In today's world, the idea of earning money without actively working for it is a dream that many of us share. The notion of building a passive income stream that generates $1,000 or more per month is appealing, yet it can feel daunting to get started. However, the path to creating a passive income portfolio is not as difficult as it may seem, and with the right strategy and mindset, it is absolutely achievable. First, it's important to recognize that passive income is not about getting something for nothing. It requires an upfront investment of time, effort, and sometimes money. But once you lay the foundation, the income can continue flowing in with minimal effort, allowing you to focus on other goals or even achieve financial independence. The core principle behind passive income is building streams of income that require little to no active involvement on a daily or monthly basis. These income streams typically come from investments, assets, or businesses that generate revenue passively. And while there are various ways to generate passive income, it is essential to choose methods that align with your financial situation, risk tolerance, and personal preferences. The first step to building a passive income portfolio is to evaluate your current financial situation. This is crucial because it helps you determine how much capital you can invest in passive income opportunities. Before diving into any investment strategy, it's wise to first get your finances in order, pay off high-interest debt, create a budget, and ensure that you have an emergency fund that will cover at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This will give you the peace of mind to make smarter investments without the looming pressure of short-term financial worries. Once your financial situation is stable, you can begin to explore different passive income options. Let's break down some of the most popular and practical ways to build a $1,000 per month passive income portfolio. One of the most common forms of passive income is investing in dividend-paying stocks. These stocks are from companies that share a portion of their profits with shareholders on a regular basis, usually quarterly or annually. Dividend income can be a great way to generate consistent passive cash flow. The beauty of dividend investing is that once you build a portfolio of dividend-paying stocks, the income tends to grow over time as companies increase their dividends. To generate $1,000 a month from dividends, you need to consider how much you need to invest up front and what kind of dividend yield you're targeting. Let's take a hypothetical example. If you invest in a portfolio of dividend stocks that yield an average of 4%, you would need a total investment of around $300,000 to generate $12,000 per year or $1,000 per month in dividend income. This may sound like a large sum, but you don't need to reach $300,000 all at once. By consistently investing in dividend-paying stocks and reinvesting your dividends, you can grow your portfolio over time and achieve this goal. However, it's important to note that stock investing comes with risks. The stock market is inherently volatile, and the value of your investments can fluctuate. That's why it's essential to diversify your dividend stock holdings across various sectors and industries, minimizing the risk of significant losses in any single stock. This strategy, known as diversification, helps ensure that your portfolio is more resilient to market downturns. Another popular strategy for building passive income is real estate investing. Real estate has long been considered one of the best ways to build wealth and generate passive income. There are many ways to invest in real estate, but one of the most straightforward ways is by purchasing rental properties. By owning rental properties, you can generate monthly rental income from tenants. Let's say you invest in a rental property that costs $200,000. After factoring in mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, and maintenance, you may net $1,000 in monthly rental income. Over time, this income can add up to a substantial sum, especially if you own multiple rental properties. Real estate investing also offers additional benefits, such as property appreciation. As property values increase over time, you can sell your property for a profit. Moreover, you can use the equity in your property to purchase additional properties, thereby expanding your passive income portfolio. However, real estate investing requires a significant upfront investment and ongoing maintenance. It also carries risks such as vacancies, tenant issues, and market fluctuations. Therefore, it's important to thoroughly research the real estate market in your area and seek professional advice before making any property purchases. If you don't have the capital or interest in managing rental properties directly, there are alternative ways to invest in real estate, such as real estate investment trusts, REITs. REITs are companies that own, operate, or finance income-producing real estate. By investing in REITs, you can earn a share of the income generated from these properties without owning physical property. Many REITs pay regular dividends, making them a good option for passive income. Another way to generate passive income is through peer-to-peer lending or crowd lending platforms. These platforms allow you to lend money to individuals or small businesses in exchange for interest payments. The interest rates offered by these platforms can be higher than traditional savings accounts or bonds, making them an attractive option for building passive income. For example, platforms like Lending Club and Prosper allow investors to lend money to borrowers in exchange for monthly interest payments. By investing in a diversified portfolio of loans, you can reduce the risk of defaults and create a consistent income stream. However, peer-to-peer lending does carry some risks, including the potential for borrower defaults. It's important to carefully evaluate the risks and consider only investing a portion of your portfolio in this asset class. Another option for generating passive income is creating and selling digital products. This could be anything from ebooks and online courses to software and apps. If you have expertise in a particular field or a passion for teaching, you can create content that people are willing to pay for. Once your digital product is created and launched, it can continue to generate income for you with little to no ongoing effort. For instance, you could create an online course teaching a skill that you are proficient in, such as graphic design, photography, or coding. After launching the course, you can sell it on platforms like Udemy, Teachable, or Skillshare, where students pay for access. Once the course is up and running, you can continue to earn income from it as long as there is demand for the content. Likewise, writing and self-publishing an ebook on platforms like Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing allows you to earn royalties whenever someone purchases your book. The great thing about digital products is that they can be created once and sold repeatedly, meaning your income becomes increasingly passive over time. Building a passive income portfolio isn't an overnight process. It requires dedication, patience, and a long-term mindset. It may take several years before you see $1,000 per month in consistent income, especially if you're starting with a small amount of capital. However, with consistent effort and smart decision-making, you can gradually build a portfolio that generates reliable passive income. As you build your portfolio, it's essential to keep a few key principles in mind. First, always reinvest any earnings you receive. This is known as compounding, and it can significantly accelerate the growth of your portfolio over time. Secondly, diversify your investments to reduce risk. Don't rely solely on one income stream or one type of investment. The more diverse your portfolio, the more likely you are to weather financial downturns. Lastly, stay disciplined and avoid the temptation to chase after get-rich-quick schemes. Building passive income takes time, and while it can be a highly rewarding journey, it requires effort and thoughtful decision-making. Stay focused on your long-term goals, and as you watch your passive income grow, you'll realize that the dream of financial freedom is within your grasp. In conclusion, creating a $1,000 per month passive income portfolio is absolutely possible with the right strategies, mindset, and investment approach. Start by evaluating your financial situation and then gradually implement a combination of dividend stocks, real estate, peer-to-peer lending, and digital products. With patience and persistence, you can build a stream of income that generates money while you sleep, allowing you to achieve greater financial freedom and peace of mind. It's essential to remember that building passive income is a journey, not a destination. It requires careful planning, consistent effort, and a willingness to learn and adapt along the way. But once you establish your passive income streams, you'll be on the path to achieving financial independence, and the rewards will make the effort worthwhile. Investing in dividend-paying stocks is one of the most popular and effective ways to generate passive income over time. Dividend stocks are shares in companies that regularly distribute a portion of their earnings to shareholders, typically on a quarterly basis. These payments, known as dividends, offer a steady income stream that can be reinvested to further grow your portfolio or used as cash flow. The appeal of dividend investing lies in its simplicity and the potential for compounding growth. When you invest in dividend-paying stocks, you're essentially creating a portfolio of companies that not only provide regular income, but also have the potential for capital appreciation. Over time, as companies grow and become more profitable, they often increase their dividend payouts. This means that your income from dividends can grow even without you making additional investments. Additionally, reinvesting dividends back into more shares of the same stock can amplify the growth of your portfolio through the power of compounding. One of the main advantages of dividend stocks is the reliability of regular income. Many well-established companies in sectors such as utilities, consumer staples, and healthcare have a history of paying consistent dividends even during periods of economic uncertainty. This can provide a sense of stability in your passive income strategy, especially when compared to more volatile investment options like growth stocks. However, dividend investing does come with risks. The stock market itself can fluctuate, and companies may reduce or eliminate dividends if they experience financial difficulties. That's why it's crucial to diversify your dividend portfolio across different sectors and industries to reduce the risk of any single company's performance negatively affecting your income. Although dividend investing requires an initial investment and carries some market risk, it remains one of the most effective ways to build a reliable and growing stream of passive income. Real estate investment has long been regarded as a stable and effective method for generating passive income and building long-term wealth. One of the most popular ways to invest in real estate is by purchasing rental properties. When you own rental properties, you can generate a consistent stream of income through monthly rent payments from tenants. The appeal of rental properties is that once purchased and properly managed, they can provide reliable cash flow with relatively little effort, especially if you hire a property management company to handle tenant issues, maintenance, and repairs. This makes real estate a particularly attractive option for investors seeking passive income without the need for daily involvement. Additionally, rental properties often appreciate in value over time, allowing you to build equity as the property's market value increases, which can lead to substantial returns when you decide to sell. However, managing rental properties does come with its own set of responsibilities and challenges. From dealing with vacancies to handling property repairs, there's a degree of active involvement required to maintain the property and ensure a steady income stream. Still, the income potential and long-term wealth-building capabilities of rental properties make them a worthwhile option for many investors, especially when the market is favorable. For those who prefer a more hands-off approach, real estate investment trusts, REITs, offer an attractive alternative. REITs are companies that own, operate, or finance income-producing real estate, such as office buildings, shopping centers, or apartment complexes. By investing in REITs, you can earn a share of the income generated from these properties without actually owning any physical real estate yourself. This allows you to participate in the real estate market with a lower initial investment and without the need for property management. REITs typically pay regular dividends, which provide a consistent source of passive income. Additionally, they offer liquidity as they can be bought and sold on major stock exchanges like other public stocks. Whether through direct ownership of rental properties or investing in REITs, real estate offers reliable opportunities for generating passive income and building wealth over the long term. Creating and selling digital products is a powerful way to generate passive income, especially if you possess expertise in a specific area. The beauty of digital products such as ebooks, online courses, software templates, or printables lies in their scalability and ability to be sold repeatedly without the need for continuous effort once they are created. Unlike physical products which require inventory, packaging, and shipping, digital products are delivered electronically, making them virtually effortless to distribute on a global scale. For example, if you have expertise in writing, you could write and publish an ebook on a topic you're passionate about. Platforms like Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing or Gumroad allow you to publish your book and sell it to a global audience, earning royalties each time it's purchased. Similarly, if you have specialized knowledge in a field like photography, design, or programming, you could create an online course on platforms such as Udemy, Teachable, or Skillshare. Once the course is developed and uploaded, it can continue to generate income long after the initial work is done, providing a consistent revenue stream with minimal upkeep. Software and apps are another avenue for digital product creation. If you have programming skills, you can develop an application or software that addresses a common problem or fulfills a need. After the initial development, you can sell your software or app through platforms like the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, earning revenue through one-time purchases or subscriptions. In the case of digital templates, you can create pre-designed layouts for presentations, websites, or social media graphics and sell them on platforms like Etsy or Creative Market. The main advantage of digital products is the low overhead and the potential for ongoing sales with little additional work. After the initial creation, you don't need to keep producing new content to generate income. Instead, you can focus on marketing your product to new customers or improving the product over time to ensure it stays relevant. With the right marketing strategy, creating and selling digital products can become a highly profitable and sustainable source of passive income.